The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. My name is Michael Bevilacqua. I'm the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. We have a very special guest today. This right here is a donut. It's not an ordinary donut though. We're going to learn why right now, and I'd like to welcome Julie Freitas, who is the owner of Planted Donuts. So welcome, Julie.
Thanks, Michael. I'm so glad to be here.
So tell everyone what exactly Planted Donuts is.
Well, Planted Donuts are vegan baked donuts. They're baked locally in Lawrence, Mass, and we incorporated in 2021.
Very good. And what makes Planted Donuts different? I mean, everyone knows what a donut is. We see donut shops all the time, but what is Planted Donuts? How does it differ from an ordinary donut you might get at one of those donut shops?
Well, Planted Donuts, we're consciously based, and we tried to provide, the most exquisite donut in the most compassionate way. So we use all organic ingredients, and we try to, provide the freshest product.
So it's a vegan donut.
It's a vegan donut, so there's no eggs,
Yep.
There's no dairy, and it's delicious because it's baked and not fried, so there's not a heavy oil component.
Well, a little bit, I'm going to take a bite out of that, see for myself how good it is. But what made you start vegan donuts? You're seeing vegan products become more and more popular these days, more and more important to people here in the Merrimack Valley and beyond. But what made you start a vegan donut company?
Well, it's a good thing you ask. In 2019, I personally went vegan, and then I found it difficult to, find sweets. I have a really big sweet tooth, and so exactly. So, I tried to find this in the market, and I had a really hard time. So, I've always wanted to open my own business, so I thought this would be a great way to, alleviate a pain point in the market. So I started Planted Donuts, and I, started a vegan donut shop that's a little bit different.
Your own vegan donut shop. It's right here in the community as well, right?
That is correct. Yeah, we bake at a commercial kitchen at Northern Essex Community College at the Revolving Test Kitchen.
Sure.
There.
Oh, it's great. It gives people the opportunity to start their own businesses like Planted Donuts and grow from there. Correct?
Yeah, it is. It's a great shared space. There's a lot of community involvement, and it's a really good place to start. Yeah.
So what exact types of donuts do you offer? I know it's vegan donuts, but what types of donuts? Are they all one flavor? Are there different flavors? What?
So we start with this plain old-fashioned base,
Yep.
and then we kind of use a vanilla glaze or a chocolate glaze topping. Right now, for the chocolate, we're aligned with Taza Chocolate in Somerville, so we're using a local ingredient there. Some of our other local ingredients, we're using, King Arthur all-purpose flour and those kinds of things, but we kind of offer a few different toppings we have sprinkles. We kind of keep it natural with nuts and seeds, so we use chia seeds and pecans, walnuts, hemp seeds, and
you get coconut as well, maybe?
And coconut as well, yes, one of the fan favorites.
I know these because you were at part of the Merrimack Valley Chamber's Expo, and you're giving away samples there, and I was going to ask you how the response has been, but from what I've seen at least, the response has been tremendous. People try them, they can't believe it's an actual vegan donut, not a real donut, because it tastes pretty much the same almost. I know it's baked, that might be the only difference that people might see, but it's delicious. You also spoke at one of our recent community programs, gave out the donuts there, and people were blown away at how much it actually tastes like a real donut. You're really confused. It's almost like a magic act. They can't believe it's a vegan donut. But what have you seen, and what has gotten you excited about the response from different customers or people that have tried the donuts?
Yeah, actually, you bring up a really good point, because that is one of the kind of main talking points, if you will. Like, people try this and they don't believe it's vegan, which is great, because it's really good for anybody. Anyone that wants to eat a little bit more healthy but have a sweet, it kind of ticks a few boxes.
Yep.
So in that way, I think it's great.
So I got one right here. But how do people? How would people get if they're interested in learning more about the donuts or ordering the donuts? How would they learn more about them?
Well, they can visit planteddonuts.com, and we have all of our donuts listed there. You can order from there, and you can check us out on social media as well.
Okay, and what's the website?
Planteddonuts.com.
Easy enough. Planteddonuts.com.
2 Ds.
So what has your favorite part about owning this business so far been?
I've been really able to bring this to so many people and put smiles on people's faces, which weren't there before.
Yep.
I've been able to help, a lot of dairy-free people, vegan people, and kind of alleviate, as I mentioned, like a pain point in the market, I feel. I've been able to outreach in the community, which has been great. And just the outreach has been great, being able to meet new business owners as well that are also entrepreneurs. And, everyone at the Merrimack Valley Chamber has also been excellent. So.
Oh, we appreciate being a member. And it's great because you can buy individual donuts at different stores, but you can also do catering as well for different parties or weddings or things like that. You offer catering, correct?
Yeah, and we do, for showers, we do weddings and special events. So we have a few different pricing packages for that, and we do wholesale too, so.
No, I love the variety of donuts you have as well. It's because, like you said already, vegan products are hard to find, hard to come by, especially for someone with a sweet tooth. But with Planted Donuts, you offer all those different variety of donuts, like you would see at a donut shop.
Right. Yeah, we offer quite a few that are all yummy.
So what else has made you? What else is your favorite parts about Planted Donuts? I know working with people that may be vegan. I know maybe helping people with a wedding, something like that. But what has been your favorite parts of owning Planted Donuts so far?
Well, I've also gotten to, as you mentioned, kind of outreach into the community. So we helped out with, some veterans organizations. We've done.
Yeah, which organizations?
We did
you work with?
the Veterans Northeast Outreach.
Right here in Haverhill.
Yeah, in Haverhill. Yeah, we did. We call them donatations.
Okay.
Basically, donuts that are kind of donated for community events. So we really like to do that. We got to do a few of their, coffee. They have a few coffee socials. They've, started since COVID has stopped. So we got to do that, and we've helped a few other community organizations too. So I do like that. We're reaching people that maybe wouldn't have normally been able to experience this. So.
No, the great thing is it seems like you're very community-oriented, community relation-based as well. You mentioned you work with the Veterans Northeast Outreach Center. Obviously, like I said, you were at our business expo as well. It's a great way to help out the community and also introduce people to vegan donuts. So
That's true. Yeah, we really enjoy it a lot.
So what has been the people's response of when they first try especially for someone who's not vegan like me, what has been like people's response when they first try the donut?
Yeah, they're usually like, this isn't vegan. That's usually the first response. If they're not vegan and then they try it, they're like, oh, this isn't vegan.
Yeah.
So, but even some vegans are like, yeah, this isn't vegan.
But
we use different replacement ingredients that can that substitutes for an egg replacer. We use applesauce, and we use almond milk instead of dairy.
So different replacements, but they're almost tastier replacements in a way.
Yeah, they are.
And one thing I've noticed that the few times I've had the Planted Donuts is that they're fresh. Whenever I've had them, I can't believe how fresh they taste. Because you go some places that offer donuts and then they don't taste fresh. Yours always tastes very fresh. So when someone places an order, do you have them sitting on a shelf and you give them those, or do you make them right from scratch?
Yeah, we make them from scratch, and we bake every Friday, so they're the ultimate freshness. Yeah, and then we're packaged, and they're packaged for each individual customer.
And I was wondering why donuts? I know when you said you were vegan yourself, you had a hard time finding that satisfying your sweet tooth. When did you pick donuts?
Well, I also like donuts.
That's great.
I had a hard time finding them. So yeah, I was kind of being selfish. I wanted them for myself, and then I realized, other people want these as well. And locally that wasn't available. So
yeah, no, I know I speak to some people who have different things, like they're vegan and they can't find what they're looking for. So this helps satisfy that craving in a way, in a sense that isn't there before.
Yeah, that's true. And we're happy we can do that,
Yep. Now, are you in any local stores already, or are you is it all online based?
It's all online. We do have a few wholesale clients, so we are at maybe a few different cafes locally when they order. So.
Yep. Now, as a small business owner, I know this is your first small business, correct?
Yes.
This isn't your full-time job, but
That's true.
But I'm sure it takes over as a full-time job. But what have you learned as a small business owner? What advice might you have for small business owners looking to either start a business or in business looking to maybe change something up?
I would go with your gut and start as early as possible. This has been many years in the making. Since 2019, so
Yep.
It is quite an investment. Don't get discouraged.
Yep.
And there's a lot of help from the state of Massachusetts and like organizations, but like yourselves. So
Oh, very good.
yeah, there is help out there, and I just suggest taking it.
Yeah.
And don't give up.
I think one of the main things small business owners just don't know where to look for help. So once they, ask around, call people like the Merrimack Valley Chamber, we're there to help and put you in the right spot. But once you learn about the different organizations that are able to help and assist, it makes things a lot easier, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, no, it really does.
So it says Planted Donuts. Any future plans to have anything else other than donuts, or right now is it just donuts? So
Just donuts, but we're looking to expand. Probably in the sprinkle department, or and just maybe doing some more custom orders, but we don't have anything else
right now, just
right
Planted
now.
Donuts.
Yeah,
so.
just the
I know you're
donuts.
still just getting
Just-
started out. So
yeah.
Now,
yeah.
now, what is the most popular donut?
I would have to say the chocolate pecan or the chocolate coconut. Those are fan favorites. They always sell out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people like them.
Yeah, and you can buy them all online, which is a great opportunity. As I mentioned earlier, you do the catering. What else would you like to add? Anything else you'd like to add about the Planted Donuts? Why people should consider a vegan donut?
Yeah, well, for dietary reasons and for health reasons and just for taste, it kind of ticks a few boxes. So it's a kind of complementary kind of package, if you will. So
Sure.
there's a few reasons. You might have also just like a sweet tooth and just want to satisfy that. But then it's vegan, and the plain one does have a bit lower calories. There is
Sure.
no oil, so
So they're healthier at the end of the day than
yeah,
regular
they
donut,
are
too.
healthier.
So I was going to ask you, tell people at home why they should try a Planted Donuts if they have not already. Obviously, if you're vegan, that's pretty obvious. It's a vegan donut. But for someone who may not be vegan, looking to try something different, what would you say why to try Planted Donuts?
Well, I would try Planted Donuts if you're looking to satisfy your sweet tooth, and if you are vegan or dairy-free, this is a great alternative, and
Great.
it's also delicious.
Yeah, that's the main thing. So we have a couple minutes left. I'm going to ask you to tell everyone at home why they should try, how they can get in contact with you, or how they can learn more about Planted Donuts. And while you do that, I'm going to try this
Okay.
Planted Donut right here. So
Yeah, so you can visit us online, planteddonuts.com. You can check on our website. We have all of our flavors listed. They all have the FDA labels as well for each individual donut, so you can see the whole nutritional profile, all the ingredients. You can place an order online, and you can pick up at the Revolving Test Kitchen Saturday mornings between 8 and 12, and then we do a little bit of delivery in the afternoon.
And with the holidays coming up, it's a great opportunity
That
to
is true.
cater your holiday
That
party as
is
well.
true.
So this one that looks like has pecans on it,
Yes,
has chocolate
it
on it.
does.
It
Yes.
looks delicious. So looks like a donut.
It does. All right.
Delicious. Tastes like a donut too, actually.
That's good. Thanks, Michael.
I probably should have waited to try it, but I couldn't wait any longer. So it's delicious. It tastes exactly like a donut, and I like the baked taste too. It's not as heavy as a regular donut as well, and the toppings are delicious. So I'm going to have to learn how to get more myself. But as you can see, I enjoy the donut. So, Julie, I just want to say thank you for being part of the Merrimack Valley Chamberlain's business program again. Thank you for the donut as well. And we appreciate you joining us. Anything you'd like to add to the show before we sign off?
Just thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce has helped me immensely. So, yeah, thank you, and thank you to our customers. Yeah,
Well,
we're looking forward.
thank you for being a member, and it's great to see small business like yourself with different products that aren't offered anywhere else. And it's great to see you helping people find and satisfy the needs as well. So thank you again for being part of the show.
Thanks, Michael.
And thank you all for being part of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. We appreciate you joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next time. And this donut's delicious. So enjoy your day, and thank you again.
The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. I'm here with a brand new guest, Amy Salant, who's the instructor and owner of Fitness Together Andover. So welcome to the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program.
Thanks so much for having me today.
So,
Appreciate that.
So we appreciate you joining us, and I'm going to have you get right into it. What is Fitness Together? And obviously it's in Andover. What is Fitness Together?
So Fitness Together is a one-on-one personal training studio. We focus on the specific individual that's in front of us. So whatever the goals are, whether that's a weight loss goal, someone who's preparing for surgery or post-rehab from a surgery or an injury, we help anybody that wants to work on a fitness goal. We also do small group training as well, up to 4 people in our small groups.
Okay, so this wouldn't be a big type of gym where it's a huge class. It's more individual need focused, I should say, on what people are looking for.
Yes, we actually call ourselves the anti-gym because a lot of our clients hate going to the gym.
Yeah.
They hate being felt like they're being stared at when they're working out or having to share equipment and not being able to get access to the equipment that they want to use when they want to use it. So our studio is designed into 3 private training suites so that the individual and the trainer are the only people in the suite. They're able to work out in their own space. Nobody's watching except for the trainer. All the attention is on them to make sure form is correct, the workout is appropriate, and they're getting to where they want to be.
I won't use the G word again though. So, but no, that's great because I think a lot of people who are looking to get back into working out, or like you said, coming off a surgery or getting into a surgery or whatever it might be, whatever that need might be, they may not know what to do and how correctly to do it. You have someone that will be there to guide them step by step, tell them what they're doing, how they're doing it, if they need to change it up, and also just help them get to that next step of where they want to get to. I think that's great.
Yeah.
So how do people, do they book a class? Do they book an appointment? How if you were just looking to start going to Fitness Together in Andover, what would be the first step?
So we are by appointment only. Initially, anyone that's interested in our program, we have them come in for a consultation and fitness assessment.
Yes.
That's complimentary. We don't charge for that, and it's about 90 minutes long.
Okay.
We like to be really thorough when we're sitting down talking to people about their goals, talking to people about previous exercise history, any injuries that they may have incurred previously, anything they're super careful or cautious about now. We like to really review everything, make sure that we understand this person's body and this person's goals.
No, I think that's great, and then you can learn what their actual goals are and tell them. I think a lot of people start going to a studio or a gym and they think they're gonna transform overnight. But that's not always the case. You're able to help them learn about how long it's going to take to get to where they're looking for, what work's going to be put into it, and the great payoff that's going to come from it as well.
Right.
So when they book an appointment, is it with the same instructor every time? Does it change? Is it based off schedules? How does that work as well?
That's a great question. So we have a very different business model than most gyms.
Yep.
The nasty G word. No. So we work as a team. We are very well organized. We have a lot of systems in place.
Okay.
So most of our clients will actually train with all of us.
Okay.
But it does depend on the schedule and it depends on the client. If a client really bonds well with a specific trainer, then we'll try to get them on that person's schedule consistently. If someone has a schedule that's all over the place, they are going to probably train with multiple trainers.
Sure.
We have everything set up in advance. There's no making up workouts on the fly at Fitness Together. So we will already have a preset program made that we usually will take out for 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, depending on the client. And after that 6-week time frame or 8 weeks, we reassess the client, go over the next goals for the next 6 to 8 weeks so that we can reprogram. So the program is already pre-written, so anybody can take them through it.
Okay.
It's really just a matter of personality. So
Sure, makes sense.
you're going to have the same workouts for 6 weeks, but it's just
Different
maybe
instructor.
with a different instructor. yeah.
Okay, well, it's great that you're still going to have those same things. Consistency, I think, is always key as well. You're the franchise owner right in Andover. But what made you start? What made you start this franchise? What made you want to help people out with this fitness?
So my story, you got time? No.
The Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes. So I grew up overweight and obese my whole life. I was all through childhood. My parents had put me on diets, sent me to fat camp. I went to different nutrition programs at hospitals, saw different nutritionists and dietitians, and I would lose 20 pounds and gain 30. So that was my whole kind of upbringing. And then when I was about 27 years old, I was getting married. And when I was little, I had always dreamed of, being a nice thin bride in a beautiful white dress. And here I was at 27 weighing 234 pounds and not a thin girl in a beautiful white dress. So at that point, when I got my pictures back from my wedding, I pretty much hit a rock bottom and was really, really depressed. I had a personal training studio that was right around the corner from my house where I was living, and said, why am I not doing something about this? At the time, I was working in finance. And, I had my commute to Boston every day, and I was just miserable. I was sitting in a cubicle all day long, not moving. So I took the first step and walked around the corner from my house and decided that I was going to hire a personal trainer. And I trained with my trainer for 2 years and lost 85 pounds. And decided, what am I doing with my life?
Yep.
And at that point, I went back to school. I went to a personal training school specifically so that I would get hands-on learning as well as textbook learning. And then I knew in the back of my mind that I wanted to own my own business. I always wanted to. My dad had his own business, and I grew up with that.
Sure.
So I had a plan for myself. I was going to train for 2 years, learn how to be a good trainer. I was going to manage for a couple of years, so I knew what I was getting myself into, and then I was going to buy my studio. And so that's what I did. I started when I graduated from school. I went and worked at the Fitness Together in Belmont for 2 years, and then I managed the Fitness Together in Medford for a year and a half, and then the opportunity came to purchase the studio in Andover. So I jumped on it, and it's been 8 years, and the rest is history.
Well, congratulations,
Thank
and it's I think that's great that you can talk to your clients and tell them this story you just told me, because almost sometimes seeing is believing, and so hearing your story and hearing how you got to the place you want to get to, it must be a lot easier to tell them if they stick to what and consistent with this goal, they can reach their goals just like you reach yours as well.
Yep, absolutely. Anything's possible.
Yep.
If you're willing to put in the work, anything's possible.
So what type of fitness classes do you have there as well?
So in terms of the small group training?
Yes.
So small group training, we kind of section it off. So we come out with a monthly schedule for the classes, and then we'll have like an upper body day, a lower body day, and a cardio core day. So in every month that might change a little bit, but typically we like to keep the same workouts throughout that month. So again, people's bodies, they get used to the workout. They get stronger. They're able to add more load each time they come in, and understand how your body's supposed to move a little bit better each time they come in. So that's how the small group works.
Okay.
And there's always a trainer in that as well that's guiding and making sure everyone is safe and doing the workout effectively.
And your husband's in fitness as well, correct?
He is. So he's at the studio with me. It's great. He has been a trainer longer than I have. He's been a trainer for close to 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a journey for him, it's wonderful. I mean, it's great. He has different outlooks than I do sometimes, so we get to bounce ideas off each other. And the reason I love Fitness Together is because it's a team atmosphere.
Sure.
So the more minds that you have, the stronger you are. I don't like to just depend on my brain. My brain isn't going to do it all. So
No, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great teamwork because I've met some of your employees. They're equally as passionate about fitness and helping others as you are as well. So I think it's a great, it shows you as a leader of how you're able to get the team to work together and help other people out and have them equally as passionate as you. Have you described this whole story about this whole journey as well? So, and you guys do like game nights and different things at your studio as well, correct?
yeah. I mean, we love to have our community. We love our community, and the trainers as well as the clients are an extension of our family, really. We don't have a lot of family in the area, so we love getting together with our clients and our trainers outside and having fun, and we can learn more about them and they can learn more about us, and it just helps. It helps build the bond, and it helps us to understand why they want what they want so that we can better serve them.
They're not just a number when they come to you. They're almost a member of the family or a friend. So tell everyone at home just how they can learn more. How they can, if there's a website. I know you guys do it on social media as well. So why don't you mention that as well?
Sure. So our website is fitnesstogether.com/Andover, and our telephone number is 978-623-8181, and you can call or text that line, so that's whichever you're more comfortable with. We are on social media, so we have a Facebook. You can look up Fitness Together Andover. We have, I'm terrible with
Instagram.
social media. We do have Instagram. Clearly I do not run these things. The Facebook, okay, but we do have an Instagram
Very
as well,
social media
FD
outlets then,
Andover.
so,
Yep. So you can find us on there. Usually they kind of bounce off each other, so most of the stuff is shared to both. But yeah, that's the main ways that we can be contacted.
And as we start to close of the program, I want you to tell everyone at home if they're thinking about coming sign up for a class or joining you guys, what would be the main reasons? Who are the people that should contact you?
So we train people from 8 years old to 90.
Wow.
It's really a mixed bag, men and women. People come to us for athletics if there's a specific sport they're trying to get better at. People come to us, as I said, now that COVID's over, a lot of people are having elective surgeries or surgeries that didn't necessarily need to happen during that time. So people that are getting ready for those surgeries or coming out. People that are looking, put on the COVID weight and are looking to take it off. Anyone. I mean, we're getting into the holidays right now, and this is a time that most people tend to put on some weight and kind of neglect their health a little bit. So now is really the time to start making sure that you're being active so that you're not New Year's Day saying, hey, I'm going to go,
Get into it.
Yeah.
So it's really not. It's really something for everybody. Whether you're looking, something small, something long term, old, young, doesn't really matter. This is something that you can help each and every need find what they're looking for.
Yep. Every body is individual. There are no two bodies that are the same. There are similarities, obviously, but it's really a matter of what does the person sitting in front of me need, what do they want, and how can I combine the two.
No, it's great. So.
Yeah.
So as we close of the show, just tell everyone at home one more time the website and any other ways they can contact you as well.
Sure. So website is fitnesstogether.com/Andover, and the telephone number is 978-623-8181.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for being part of the
Thank
Merrimack
you.
Valley Chamberlain's Business Program. We appreciate you being a member as well, and thank you for being part of the show.
Thank you.
And we just want to say thank you all for being part of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business Program. We look forward to seeing you next time, and thank you all, and thank you, Amy, as well again.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Mike.
You're welcome.